Hi everyone, it's Johnny Seed here again. I just wanted to do a quick video today about a topic that I was curious to know what your opinions are. It's not something I hear talked about very often in the various music communities and videos. I'm talking about the S word, and I'm just wondering whether or not it's taboo to discuss this or not. What is it I'm talking about? Streaming. Music streaming. So I got a message today from a friend of mine who, he's messaged me a few times on this similar subject, saying, why aren't you on Spotify? Get Spotify. I want to send you a lot of playlists. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to. So do you use Spotify? Is it something that you think is, not the way you want to hear music? I don't use Spotify, but I do use YouTube. I think YouTube is probably my main source of finding new music. That and Bandcamp. I've discovered tons and tons of new bands and music over the last couple of years anyway through YouTube. Now I know that there are purists out there who would say, oh no, I need to hear it on vinyl, or at least on CD. Now I agree, I would prefer more than anything to own a physical copy of something, but unfortunately I haven't got the funds just to speculate and just to buy things on a whim. So I use YouTube quite a lot to discover new things, and if it gets to a certain level of how much I like it, I will shell out for a physical copy. So I've never really been that much of a sort of purist in that respect. I mean, when I was in my teenage years, in my 80s and 90s, my main method of my main format was the tape, the compilation tape. Yes, okay, illegally compiled recordings of music. But not living in the 1960s, there are alternatives out there. So, do you use Spotify? Should I get Spotify? I mean, I've noticed that there's quite a lot of artists which I am curious about, and I feel like I should at least experience listening to them at least once, and a lot of albums similarly. And I think I could just, if I had Spotify, I could just go through the playlist and listen to them, regardless of like the sound quality or, and of course the other thing is, like, do artists get a fair deal on these streaming sites? They get pennies for each stream, or even 1,000 streams. Or you could say I'm being a bit of a hypocrite, because obviously using YouTube probably get less. I don't know what the actual payback rate is for these things. But I do, if there's something I genuinely like, I will pay for it, especially on Bandcamp if it's a new band. I normally don't pay for downloads unless it's a unsigned band, and the money's all going directly to them. So just curious as to what your opinions are, and whether or not you think I should, bite the bullet and go for it with Spotify. I mean, the other thing I'm reluctant about is the fact that I've built up a massive library of channels and videos and playlists on YouTube, and starting again from scratch on something like Spotify. And I don't use any Apple products, so I wouldn't use iTunes. It's just like the idea of starting again, which puts me off a little bit. And I thought that everything that would be on Spotify I could probably find on YouTube, but I'm not entirely sure that is the case. There's been a few albums recently when I've tried looking for them on YouTube, and I've found maybe 8 out of 9 of the tracks on the album on a playlist, but not the full thing. So
whilst I was editing this, I was curious to find out what the going rates were. I did a bit of digging and found this. So it appears that YouTube is by far the shittiest deal.
Anyway, so yeah, that was my thought for the day. So yeah, I'm going to be working on a few more videos this afternoon. I've got a couple of threads that I'm going to be jumping onto. I've got I've got a haul all lined up, but I'm waiting until I've got my new hi-fi. As you may remember, a few videos back I said I was looking to get some new equipment, as my old vintage retro hipster 70s deck has just finally gone kaput. It's now died completely. I think actually the needles fell off, or the cartridge just broke. So yeah, I can't use that anymore, and I've got some records which I've recently purchased, which I've not been able to hear yet, so I might wait until I've got something to play them on before I do a haul video. Now, it's expected next weekend. I will do a video about it, so I'm not going to tell you what I got. So did I get vintage or did I get brand new? We'll have to wait and see. It's nothing that exciting. I've not gone for anything special. I've not got like the bargain of the century or some fantastic bit of kit for a knockdown price. I just got something practical. I'll explain more in that other video. So yeah, thank you very much for everybody who's subscribed recently, and for everybody who's commented on the videos and watched videos. I've got a bit of a backlog of stuff to finish off at the minute, actually. Some stuff that's still hanging around from the new year, which I have not completed. So you'll see varying lengths of beard and hair in videos coming up. No consistency here. And yeah, so I'll see you all again soon. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Smiling's attack.
This is my old bedroom. So I do the room tour.
Hey, do you want to leave the room while I do the room tour?
You've already done the room tour.
Have I? I haven't done this side of the room tour, have I? Have I not?
You've already done every square inch of it.